because the transportation chiefs believed such a division of labor was psychologically compelling. I knew the voices came from Bloomberg TV, but years before Mike became mayor. I knew there were 600 R-142As on the tracks, and that each one was a fraction over 51 feet long and a little more than 8 feet wide. I knew that the no-cab unit, like we'd been in then, and I was in now, had been designed to carry a maximum of 40 people seated and up to 148 standing. The crazy person had been clear on all that data. I could see for myself that the car's seats were blue plastic, the same shade as a late summer sky or a British Air Force uniform. I could see that its wall panels were molded from graffiti-resistant fiberglass. I could see its twin strips of advertisements running away from me where the wall panels met the roof. I could see small, cheerful posters touting television shows and language instruction and easy college degrees and major earning opportunities. I could see a police notice advising me, if you see something, say something. The nearest passenger to me was a Hispanic woman. She was across the car from me, on my left, forward of the first set of doors, all alone on a bench built for 8, well off center. She was small, somewhere between 30 and 50, and she looked very hot and very tired. She had a well-worn supermarket bag looped over her wrist, and she was staring across at the empty place opposite with eyes too weary to be seeing much. Next up was a man on the other side, maybe 4 feet farther down the car. He was all alone on his own 8-person bench. He could have been from the Balkans or the Black Sea. Dark hair, lined skin. He was sinewy, worn down by work and weather. He had his feet planted, and he was leaning forward with his elbows on his knees. Not asleep, but close to it. Suspended animation, marking time, rocking with the movements of the train. He was about 50, dressed in clothes far too young for him. Baggy jeans that reached only his calves, and an oversized NBA shirt with a player's name on it that I didn't recognize. Third up was a woman who might have been West African. She was on the left, south of the center doors. Tired, inert, her black skin made dusty and gray by fatigue and the lights. She was wearing a colorful batik dress with a matching square of cloth tied over her hair. Her eyes were closed. I know New York reasonably well. I call myself a citizen of the world, and New York the capital of the world, so I can make sense of the city the same way a Brit knows London or a Frenchman knows Paris. I'm familiar but not intimate with its habits. But it was an easy guess that any 3 people like these already seated on a late-night northbound 6 train south of Bleecker were office cleaners heading home from evening shifts around City Hall, or restaurant service workers from Chinatown or Little Italy. They were probably set for Hunts Point in the Bronx, or maybe all the way up to Pelham Bay, ready for short, fitful sleeps before more long days. The 4th and 5th passengers were different. The 5th was a man. He was maybe my age, wedged at 45 degrees on the 2-person bench diagonally opposite me, all the way across and down the length of the car. He was dressed casually but not cheaply, chinos and a golf shirt. He was awake. His eyes were fixed somewhere in front of him. Their focus changed and narrowed constantly, like he was alert and speculating. They reminded me of a ball player's eyes. They had a certain canny, calculating shrewdness in them. But it was passenger number 4 that I was looking at. If you see something, say something. She was seated on the right side of the car, all alone on the farther 8-person bench, across from and about halfway between the exhausted West African woman and the guy with the ball player's eyes. She was white and probably in her 40s. She was plain. She had black hair, neatly but unstylishly cut, and too uniformly dark to be natural. She was dressed all in black. I could see her fairly well. The guy nearest to me on the right was still sitting forward, and the V-shaped void between his bent back and the wall of the car made my line of sight uninterrupted except for a forest of stainless steel grab bars. Not a perfect view, but good enough to ring every bell on the 11-point list. The bullet headings lit up like cherries on a Vegas machine. According to Israeli counterintelligence,